Born in the Second Era, 546, to Queen Mubjan Flamehair, Prince Jorunn grew up knowing that his elder sister, Nanhilda, was fated to take the throne. A singer of rare talent in a culture that reveres the power of the human voice, Jorunn studied at Skald's retreat on the Isle of Gold outside Riften. There he learned all that could be taught by the most renowned bards of the Eastern Kingdom. He was dubbed the Skald Prince of Skyrim. Jorunn spent most of his youth in artistic and philosophical pursuits, cultivating a broad array of artists, artisans, and performers throughout Eastern Skyrim and beyond. He spent time in Mournhold, Stormhold, Such, Elinir, and is even reputed to have visited Solitude, the capital of Western Skyrim, in disguise. Though he claimed to have no interest in politics or the business of rule, his natural leadership qualities made him the unofficial leader of the creative community wherever he found himself. Though he received little formal schooling in the arts of arms and warfare, as little as a Prince of Nords could manage anyway, travelling across Tamriel was always a dangerous activity. His travels taught him less orthodox ways of dealing with trouble. Jorunn was in Riften when the Akaviri of Dur Kamal assaulted the northeastern coast of Skyrim in the Second Era 572. Jorunn and his closest comrades, the Pack of Bards, fought their way up to the coast to Windhelm, arriving just in time to see its gates breached by the Akaviri. Jorunn hurled himself into the fray, street fighting being something he had experience with, but was unable to prevent the fall of the city and the slaying of Queen Mubjan and Nanhilda, the brief queen, who both went down fighting. Wounded and devastated, Jorunn barely escaped the sack of Windhelm alive. Feeling for the first time the responsibility of his royal birth, he decided to appeal to the Greybeards for aid, and so made his way, stealthily but quickly, to High Hrothgar. For reasons that have not yet been divulged, the Greybeards decided to teach the Skald Prince a Thum, one that summons a hero from Sovngarde to fight for the tongue who uses it. But in Jorunn's voice, the Thum became a royal call of valor and summoned the hero who was none other than Wulfharth, the Ash King. Together, Wulfharth and Jorunn, now claiming the title of Skald King, rallied the Nords of Eastern Skyrim, mustering an army from the Rift and the outer regions of Eastmarch, and fortifying Riften. Dir Kamal, moving south from Windhelm, found Riften defended by angry Nords, inspired by the presence of Wulfharth and eager to fight. So Dir Kamal bypassed Riften and marched on to Mournhold, the Akaviri leader assuming that the Nords would be glad to see him go. That choice was a fatal mistake. Jorunn and Wulfharth led their army in pursuit of the Akaviri force, and a Nord army entered Morrowind for the first time since the Battle of the Red Mountain. The Akaviri army was caught at Stonefalls between the Nords and a Dunmer legion led by Almalexia. But the outcome of the great battle hung in the balance, until a surprise intervention from a phalanx of Argonian shellbacks led by a trio of reptilian battle mages. The Akaviri line was broken, and they were driven into the sea, where they drowned in the thousands. The Ash King, his purpose fulfilled, returned to Sovngarde. In Windhelm, 3 weeks later, Jorunn was crowned High King in the throne room of the Palace of Kings.